Okay, so I'm working on the alignment right now, and I wanted to show you something. So you can't really see it there. There we go. Let me get the light a little bit better here, because I know it's kind of hard to see. It's nighttime. Yeah, so just get a metal bar right here, and let me take this off. This is a level right here. They're kind of expensive, but I've used this thing for years. This is just a bar. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to cut it to the size of your rim. Make sure it doesn't touch the tire, but that it fits in between there. And you're going to do the camber first. And you have to have an adjustable camber to be able to do this. But that's all you do is you stick this on here like this, because it's magnetic. And you have to zero it out. So I have like granite countertops, and I zero them out, and that does the trick for me normally. But you can do it a bunch of different ways. Like I have mine set to beep, so see when it's beeping like that, it's at a perfect 90-degree angle, or zero, however you wanna set it. And that right there will tell you that's how I set mine. I set the rear, because I'm using the RSX Trailing arms, so I have the rear set basically to zero camber. I'm just gonna keep it straight up flat at zero. And the way I'm doing this car is I'm tackling each project and within the car one at a time. I don't want to start like one project over here and one project there, so I do one project at a time. Just like when I put my suspension together, I could have tackled it and did the alignment too, but I don't like doing things that way in case something gets screwed up, so I want to do it one at a time. But yeah, get yourself one of these, an angle finder. These are called an angle finder, and I had this one just set to 1%, so you can once you have it at 90 degrees, it'll read 0, or you can set it to where you can actually see that once you're at 0, you're gonna be at 90 degrees. And it has like, you can zero it out, but it has bubbles right there, so you can even manually, if this thing wasn't working right, you can manually set it and get pretty damn close. But there's a function on it too where you press this and it'll beep when you're at a 90-degree angle. Let's see if I can get it to do it. It was doing it a second ago. It's very difficult to do. You have to be precise. Almost. Yeah, right there. It's hard to hold it there, but yeah, and that's how you do that. You do want to do your tire pressure, but your tire pressure isn't going to affect the camber really. It's still going to hold the geometry, because you're talking about this. Even if the tire goes down, it still keeps the same angle. So the next part I'm going to tackle is I'm going to take the tire off, and I'm going to start doing the toe. I can't really tell by, I wanted to show you something. Like, this is kind of important here, is see, now that it's at 90 degrees, you can see the difference. Watch what happens when this one hasn't been adjusted over here. So let me see. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it is with this. Yeah, this thing is completely twacked. Like, it's majorly towed in. Not towed, I'm sorry, the camber. Negative camber right now, like bad. I don't think you can really see it, but it's negative camber hardcore. This side, on the other hand, that's been adjusted, it's perfectly straight. And I have a storm shelter right here, but it's level beyond this point right here, so it should be close enough that it's out of the way. But now I have to adjust the toe, and from looking at it, I can't tell if it's toe out or toe in. A lot of people are saying the RSX arms don't work because of toe out, but this looks like toe in to me. If I'm looking at it, it looks like the wheel right here is coming in, so I'll tackle that. Oh shit, guys, check this out. With the rear adjustment nut and all this set up, I don't know why, but I do not need to elongate the holes. Like, I have perfect toe now. Let me see if I can get the light in there, but yeah, you can see with the string method, I don't know if I can get this, but I have it marked on here, but you can see that, let me bring it up here. Okay, so let me try to record it. Get it even. So that's on the 15, that's on the 15 millimeter mark. I mean, it might be off maybe like a quarter of a millimeter, if that. Probably not even that. Like, it's absolutely perfect. I got perfect toe. 15 millimeter on this side, 15 millimeter on this side. It didn't. I don't know if it's because I have energy suspension bushings. Let me see if I get in here. But yeah, the adjusting nut right here. It has to be the energy suspension bushings, because I didn't use any CRV bolts because I used the RSX Trailing arm and I had energy suspension bushings. Everything was just bolt on, so I didn't use any washers. I didn't use any other bolts. Everything was stock, and you can see the energy suspension bushing right here, and it pushes it out. My toe is perfect. I don't like, I've seen people really elongate the holes right here. That was the plan to begin with if it didn't work. But I don't know why I might be the first one that doesn't have to elongate the holes. But I can tell you right now, my tires are absolutely straight. Even when I lower the car, my toe is perfect, my camber is 0. This is nuts. And I think it has to do with the energy suspension bushings. I think because what other people did is they use the stock bushings, and the stock bushings stick out more, and it doesn't give you that enough adjustment right here. So I think the stock bushings, and then they use washers right here, it doesn't, there's not enough clearance for them to adjust. But with these energy suspension bushings, it gives you enough clearance to adjust.